Greetings, our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters. This is the High Priest, L.D. Smith, the Watchman on the Wall.
And my name is V.C.E. Smith, and I am the rib of the High Priest over the whole house of Israel.
Sons and daughters of Zion.
Yes, indeed.
It is our Sabbath.
It's our Sabbath. Y'all been
Grab that King James. But first and foremost, we want to give a shout out to the whole family. Happy Sabbath, Israel. Now that being said, we're going to go forward into our teaching. My brothers and sisters, we have a fine teaching tonight, and there's a lot of stuff out there that's going on that we hear a lot of no more daughter. We gonna rewrite all that stuff that they got out there because that's nothing but a bunch of bullshit.
We gonna rewrite it with the truth.
We gonna rewrite it with the word of the Most High God. Now we're going to be dealing with tonight about marriages and all these wives that these clowns out here talking about that they're doing it by the Bible. And that couldn't be further from the truth, my sister and brother.
From the truth.
And see, once we show you women, out there that they've been lying to y'all need to leave them clowns alone.
Show better.
All right,
we're going to start out tonight. I'm going to tell you a little story of how we got here. Because I'm going to tell y'all, the Most High God, I'm telling y'all, he will fuck you up. When I say just what I said, y'all better believe it. Really,
mess you up.
Talk to y'all, he will mess you up. So, it was about 3 days ago, I go on Facebook every night and check on people and see what they're doing. Try to post a little something. And I saw come through the line a video about teaching on multiple wives or something, because I don't watch videos. I just saw it and I thought, like, well, who's teaching on that?
Yeah,
because the Most High had never told us to teach it. We have actually thought about it, but we had never asked him, and he never brought it to us. And so for some reason he let me see that. So I told my husband, I said, honey, there's someone on here teaching about multiple wives. And he goes, really? I said, yeah. So I'm gonna ask the Most High God, to explain some things. I went and got my Bible and I started reading, and the way I was looking at these scriptures, it was like, wait a minute, it almost looks like it. And he goes, I'll look at it, honey. So he went and he started looking at it, and he said, yeah, it almost looks like. He said, wait, we'll just wait till the Father visit. If he want us to teach it, then we will. Well, that was 3 days ago. So I'm like festering. So my mind is going like, this can't be so. So I cried out to the Most High God. He had to come see me. I cried out to the Most High God. He didn't come. He never showed up. So my mind got to going. And I didn't say anything to my husband the first day. I waited till the last day. But anyway, I laid there in the bed and I started having these wacko dreams. I don't even dream that much. I had this dream that my husband came home to me one day and he said, baby, well, now we back in the homeland. I'm going to marry this girl. And it was some girl, I don't know what kind of crazy name he said. It was some name I never even heard of before. I guess we had Hebrew names. So I said, oh, really? And he said, yeah, I can have more wives. I'll go ahead and that'll take some of the pressure off of you having to do so much. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah. So he went to sleep. I left and I went to the girl's house. I killed her. I brought her home. I buried her in our backyard. So the next day, this is in my dream. This is all wacko dream I was having, because God will fuck you up. He will mess with your mind. So then he got up and went to work, and he said, well, I'm going to go by. He called me and said, I'm going to go by the house and see if she wants me to pick her up and bring her over to the house and we'll get married. I said, oh, okay. But when he got over there, she wasn't nowhere to be found. So he said, well, I ain't going to worry about it. He said, well, I was coming down the road. I saw this other girl. I'll marry her. That'll help take the load off of you. I said, okay, you can. He gave me her name. I went over to her house. He went to bed. I killed her, buried her in the backyard. Well, I had done this about 6 times. This is my dream. I had done this about 6 times. 6 humps of high heels in our backyard, because I put the dirt back over and everything. So my husband, he's laying in the bed and I'm laying there, and he said, honey, I guess don't nobody want to marry me, because every time I go and ask somebody to marry them, they leave town. I said, really? But I'm telling y'all, this is how the Most High was messing with my mind. So he gets up. This is now I'm awake. It's real life. He gets up and goes to work. And I get up after him, so I roll over there, and he wasn't laying there, and I was shitty. So I get up. took my shower, got my work clothes on, left out, went to work, and I was acting a damn fool all day at work. Wouldn't nothing go right for me. I'm slamming shit. My boss said, Vic, are you all right? I go, I'm fine. Leave me alone. I mean, it was bad. This is the Most High messing with my mind. So I cried out to him again. I went on my lunch. I sit in my truck. And I was crying out to the Most High to talk to me. Where are you at? You got to explain this thing to me. Never showed up. Next day come along. I get up, do the usual routine. I'm standing in the shower and I was crying. I'm to the point of, listen, let me tell y'all something. There's only 5 things in my life that I've ever treasured. Just 5 things. All my entire life. The first was my 2 grandmothers. They meant the world to me. I had 2 of the most blessed grandmothers you could ever want on this planet. Next was my mother. I had the world's best mother, and I didn't have to share her with nobody. The next thing God gave me was my husband. I got the world's best husband. I don't know what y'all got, and I know y'all think y'all got the best husband. I got a wonderful husband, and he's mine. You know how God says, my children, he's possessive. He owns them. His children, that's my husband. Then he gave me my daughter, and I got a blessed, wonderful daughter. And I just thank the Father, because my grandmothers are gone, and my mother is passed on. So all I got are my husband and my wife, my husband and my daughter. So I'm thinking this dream, and I'm thinking all these scriptures I've read, and I'm just having I was crying like a baby, and I told the Most High, this was yesterday, coming home from work. I was flying down the freeway. I was cutting in and cutting out, and I was cussing and fussing, and then the Most High came, he said, Vicky. And I said, before he could even start talking to me, this is what I said. I said, Father, let me tell you something. I ain't going to the promised land. If you're going to allow some shit like that, I'm staying here. He said, shut up. And I'm flying down the road. So I slowed down to about 80, and I said, let me look for my paper and my pen. Couldn't even find my paper and my pencil. I was so upset. When the Most High started telling me this, I couldn't even write. I had to try to remember everything. I pulled up in the driveway, and I told my husband, I said, Most High came, honey. He always comes at the most unopportune. You be doing all kind of shit. You be pissed, you whatever, then he shows up. But anyway, he got me straight. So I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all think the rib and the watchman got it going on all the time. We just like y'all. God will fuck with your mind and your heart, and he will mess you up. So we get ready to get into this class, and y'all gonna understand the ribs all right now. This belongs to me, and ain't got to share it with nobody else.
That's right. All right, my brother and sister. Now we're gonna be dealing with this marriage thing here. All right, now we're gonna show you beyond a shadow of a doubt that the way that they have been teaching it couldn't be further from the truth.
Not so. Not according to the living God.
And we're going to prove it to you. I mean, all I ask you to do is be attentive and think about what you're reading.
That's right.
And listen to yourself. And we know that if you are
Hebrew,
Most High will give you clear understanding.
Maybe most of them ain't Hebrew. That's why they can't get it.
That being said, we're gonna go forward, all right? And we're gonna show you in the Most High's word. Now we're gonna begin with Genesis chapter 3. Okay. We're gonna read verses 17 and 20. All right.
17 and 20, or down to 20?
Well, we can read down to 20. You want to?
All right. It says. Get here good. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. I am going to jump down to 20 because we're running behind. I got off a little late, so we're running a little bit behind. So I'm going to jump down to 20. You guys read in the middle. And Adam called his wife's singular. See that S there? Not many wives. It's like when y'all get in there and y'all see wives, they have different meanings. Called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living.
All right. Now, we already talked about the all living before, okay? Because we knew that Adam was formed from the dust of the ground, and then he breathed the breath of life in Adam, and he became a living soul. So we see that. Now, because she came from
and Adam. He did not impregnate. I've seen such stupid, foolish shit. He did not impregnate Adam. He put him to sleep and removed a bone and structured a woman around it. You fools!
That's just like they can do right now. They can take your DNA
and reproduce.
And you know, they're on a low scale, but the Most High, he's on a sophisticated scale.
Thank you.
You know, when he does them. Read 21 too.
They're refacsimiles. Unto Adam also and to his wife did the Lord God make coats of skin and clothed them.
Now we see here now that God has given Adam a wife and a helpmate. All right. Now he didn't give him several wives. He gave him one. Okay. Now let's keep on going.
And they had to tend to the whole garden, just the two of them.
Now let's read verse. We're gonna stay right there in chapter 4. Let's do chapter 4, verses 1 and 2, and then we're gonna jump down to 17 and do 25. Okay. 1 and 2 first. Read that for us.
All right. Let me get up here. All right. Now the serpent.
No. Chapter 4.
Chapter 4. I thought you said stay right here. I was in 3. All right. I'm at 4.
Okay. Read 1 and 2.
All right. And Adam knew Eve, his wife.
Now y'all listen closely now. Listen closely.
And she conceived.
Okay. Now, you guys see what the method here is. The woman, she is to what? Bring forth a child.
Children, to bear him children.
To bear him children, okay? And also, she is to help her husband.
Help the listen, I have taught y'all this in other videos. And see, because of Lucifer's writing, the men have it backwards. They want to act like and think they're so smart and sophisticated and know everything. You were the stupid one. And I'm not disrespecting when I say that, but you were the male species. You carried the seed. God made and took the rib out and created the rib for your helpmate, not your helper to sweep and clean behind your dumb ass. Your helper because you need help.
That's right.
Just like you can't understand the scriptures and the word of God and you teach it wrong.
And see, another thing too, when the Most High made Eve, man was asleep. Adam was asleep.
On the job.
So a lot of y'all still sleep. But let's keep on going.
And Bear came and said, I have gotten a man from who? Adam. Adam, the Lord.
Okay.
And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. All
right. Now, you guys see here what we're doing. I'm laying a foundation here to show you about the woman. Okay? About his wife. Because we're dealing with these marriages here. Okay, now, let's keep on going. Let's jump down to 17.
All right. Let's see. Here's 17. Sorry, y'all. I'm working on it. And Cain knew his wife. She conceived and bare Enoch. And he built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
Okay, all right now. Let's see. Let's go a little further here because now we see now everybody got this one wife. Now let's keep on. Let's look at verse 25.
Okay. Let me get down here. It's 25. And Adam knew his wife again. And she bare a son. And called his name Seth.
All right.
For God, said she, hath appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew.
All right. Okay, now.
It's all about children.
Now we see now. It's all about bringing forth As the most
children for the Lord.
Multiply, huh? Go forth and do what?
Multiply.
That's what it's all about, okay? Now let's keep on going. Now we're going to look at chapter 6. Let's look at verses 18.
Okay. But with thee will I establish my covenant. And thou shalt come into the ark.
All right.
Thou and thy sons. And thy wife. And thy sons' wives, because each son had a wife.
That's right.
With thee.
Okay, now that's Genesis 6:18. Now let's go to Genesis 7. Let's look at 7 and 7.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna keep on going.
All right, I'm gonna get there. And Noah went in, and his sons. And his wife and his sons' wives with him into the ark because of the water of the flood.
So now you still see God has a pattern here.
Everybody got their mate.
Everybody got their own mate. All right, now we're gonna keep on going. Let's go to Genesis 11. All right, let's look at that Genesis 11. Let's look at 29 through 30 and 31. Genesis 11.
And Abram and Nahor took them wives. 2 men, 2 wives. You see, he called Abram and Nahor. He couldn't have said took them wife. Because it was 2 men who took wives, which is a wife. 2 women. S. And the name of Adam's wife was Abram's wife was Sarai. Sarai. And the name of Nahor's wife was Michelle. The daughter of Haran, the father of Michelle, and the father of Isaac, whatever that is.
Okay, now this is let's keep on going here. Now let's go on down to 30 and 31.
Okay. But Sarai was barren.
See that? See that? She was what?
Barren.
She was barren. She couldn't produce.
She had no child.
See that? Now we're going to show you how things change when the wife is barren.
When the wife is barren.
Only when the wife is barren. No other time.
No other time.
Now these here are just how the Most High is starting out.
And we're also going to show you how Abram wasn't really with the program because he knew his God gave him a wife.
That's right.
And he loved his wife.
That's right.
But that helper, the smart one, came up with a plan.
Yeah.
Keep on going. And Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son, Abram's wife. And they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Trencha were 205 years. And he died.
Okay, all right then. Well, we don't need all that, but let's keep on going. Now we're going to go ahead and look at Genesis 18. Let's keep on going. Genesis 18. Now we see here how this thing is shaping up in.
Yep.
Right now, let's keep on
the
going.
Pattern.
Now we're looking at Genesis 18. Let's start with verse 1 and we're going to read all the way down to 19.
All right. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Amara. And he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day.
All right.
And he lifted up his eyes and looked, And lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself toward the ground, and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away, I pray thee, from thy servants. Let a little water. Y'all, hold on. Got a problem. I got it, y'all. We got it fixed. So we're on 4 here. Let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree.
Okay, let me interject right here. We're going to go back because I need to show you guys something, so all this will fall in line and you'll see exactly what we're talking about here, okay? Let's go back to Genesis chapter 16.
Okay.
And let's read from verses 1 down to verses 6. Read that for us.
All right. Now Sarah, Abram's wife, bare him no children.
Okay. Y'all see that?
And she had an handmaid. An Egyptian.
Yeah. Bad idea.
Whose name was Hagar. And Sarai said unto Abram. Now let me explain something to y'all right here. Sarah was desperate. Now Abraham was content. Abraham wasn't complaining. Abraham ain't had no problem. But Sarah yearned inside, just like most women. Most of us as women yearn inside. Even when my husband and I first got married, we wanted a baby. We did everything we could. It took me years to conceive. And when we did, we lost our child. We said we wasn't going to give up. We tried again. I conceived, and we lost our child. We buried 2. Then I just was going to throw my hands up. My husband said, we're going to keep trying, honey. Next thing you know, we had a child. Best thing could have ever happened. But that's what's in most women. Most women of God want children. So Sarah was desperate. Sarah you'll do things when you desperate. Like I was a fool out there on the road driving my truck like I didn't have damn good sense, because I thought this thing was saying something it wasn't saying. So you do desperate things. So Sarah came up with this magical plan. Anyway, says, behold now, the Lord hath restrained me from bearing.
See that?
I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her.
See that?
And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarah. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, before Abram, and dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. Now, the key thing to this that y'all missing, God never said Hagar could be Abram's wife.
Sure didn't.
That was Sarai's doing.
That was Sarah's idea.
She was not his wife. God gives you your one wife. Alright?
Let's keep on.
And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes. And Sarai said unto Abram, my wrong be upon thee. She knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
No, she knew she fucked.
That's right. That's right.
And I have given my maid unto thy bosom. Let me tell y'all this one thing, Rich Hill. Any woman out there that can allow another woman to put her hands on her husband,
lay with him,
ain't worth the shit you flush down your toilet. this is you. This is yourself. You are one.
That's right.
You got to be the lowest low that God ever spit out. Do you hear what I'm saying? It gave me nightmares, the thought of somebody else looking at my husband, let alone be. There would be no being. Any hoodles. Said, and went in. I'm on 4.
5.
I'm on 5. And Sarai had said that the wrong was on thee. I have given my maid unto thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised. Because you know what? Ain't now a woman on this planet gonna say, oh, that's your man, that's your husband, he just fucks me. I just make children for him. She gonna be wanting to be equal with your ass. Right. And you'll have no peace in your home.
That's right.
Alright. It says, and when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord's judge between me and thee. Yeah, he go, God, you gotta fix this thing. I done fucked up.
Yep.
But Abram said unto Sarai, behold, thy maid is thine hand, in thy hand. Do to her as it pleases thee. It's a good thing they didn't tear the rib. I'd have killed her ass and cut that baby into shreds. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face.
Okay, all right.
See all the problems that you make? See what kind of bullshit you start?
Okay, that's 16.
You go against the living God's words.
Okay, all right. Now y'all see what transpired here. Now you see how much disarray is in the home. Because of another female. Because
she came and brought somebody else with her.
See, there's no way that it's going to be peace. And
be no
like
peace.
I say, all these guys hollering about their Hebrew and they got all these multiple wives and this and that because the Bible said that.
You gonna find out, baby.
They couldn't be from the truth.
Line upon line, baby.
They just lie because that's what they want to do.
God told me half them niggas don't want them women for nothing but some support.
Yep.
Go out and work and pay for their cars and pay for their houses. They want a slave, somebody cooking and cleaning and washing instead of their ass doing something. That what the Most High said.
Okay. Now let's go to Genesis 17. We're gonna read all of that. We're gonna read from verse 1 all the way down to verse 27. Let's read all that because we need that.
And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram. See all this chaos he been going through? See all this bullshit he dealt with? For what you did, God was gone all that time. And said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect. And I will make my covenant betwixt me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly. And Abram fell on his face.
All right.
And God talked with him, saying, As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Talking about the 12.
12 of them.
Let's keep on.
Neither shall thy name anymore be called Stupid Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee. And I will make thee exceedingly fruitful. And I will make nations of thee, and kings shall come out of thee.
All right. See that?
And I will establish my covenant between me and thee and thy seed after thee in their nations, for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. And I will give unto thee, and to thy seed after thee, the land stranger all the land of Canaan for an everlasting possession. I will be their God.
All right.
And God said unto Abraham, Thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore thou and thy seed after thee in their generations. Wait till you see what the covenant is. This is my covenant, which ye shall keep between me and you and thy seed after thee. Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
See that? See that? And my brothers and sisters, I didn't get mine until a few years ago. I didn't. But see, the Most High pressure, the real.
Joe did.
Pressure the real.
I wouldn't let him rest.
You know.
He complained, we ain't got the money for that. I can't be doing that. But let the insurance pay for it, and then the rest of it they'll get when they get it.
The Most High made a way. For it. The Most High made a way. And my life has been orchestrated. Step by step by step by step by step by step to where we are today. And it ain't been pleasure. I mean, it wasn't no walk in the park. No, it wasn't. It was hard. Hell. But the Most High made it happen. He made it happen. Now let's keep on.
And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you. And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations. He that is born in the house or bought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed.
Okay, now let's jump down to 15 for time. We're going to move on.
All right. And God said unto Abraham, As for Sarai,
thy wife,
thou shalt not call her name stupid Sarai, but Sarah shall be her name, shall her name be. And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her.
See that? See that?
All about the children.
It's all about reproduction.
But they got to be reproduced the proper way.
It's all about that. But see, all the other wives and stuff, I'm going to show you guys. It's right in the pages.
Y'all full of shit.
I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I got to see, because I don't want any of you guys to leave early. I want y'all guys to stay to the duration of the video. But I'm going to tell you something. All those that had all these wives, that was their demise.
That was their demise.
I'm going to show it to you right in the pages.
For the living God.
I'm going to show it right.
Because he never wanted
and
that.
And see, all these guys that's teaching this bullshit, they want to find some weak women.
You gotta be.
And then run over them and have them doing all right here. I mean, they figure the man fingernails look better than the females. I mean, he pedicure, what they call it? Pedicure. Yeah. Manicure. All that bullshit. Better than the woman.
And these fools are slaving like idiots for these men.
And they teaching you lies. But like I say, a lot of men that want that off, we gonna liberate y'all.
Well, liberate these women.
We gonna liberate. All you gotta do,
stop calling you stupid, whatever your name is.
All you gotta do is just listen and read, and I guarantee you that the word of the Most High, it's gonna liberate you. Now let's keep on now.
And I will bless her and give thee a son also of her. Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be the mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Then Abram fell upon his face.
Now you think about it. Think about this last sentence right here. It says, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations. Kings of people shall be of her. Now, who did they say that Eve was? The mother what?
All all living.
All the living is right in the pages. I'm not lying to you. Everything outside of this right here is not the living. I don't give a damn what nobody tell you. It's right in the pages.
And they didn't mix it.
Anything outside of this right here is not the living.
Ishmael was not the living.
Just because it's walking around on 2 feet, I don't give a damn. All animals that have 4 legs, all of them is not a damn dog. They're all different, but they all got 4 feet. Let's keep on.
All right. And said in his heart, up here, that God couldn't hear him. Shall a child be born unto him that is 100 years old? And shall Sarah that is 90 years old bear? This thing was blowing Abraham's mind. And Abram said unto God, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee. See?
Not so.
God don't play with no other woman shit, no other wife. I'll give you a wife, and that is your wife. Don't come breaking me no goddamn body else.
That's right.
And God said, Sarah, thy what, baby?
That wife.
Thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I will establish my covenant with him.
See, the Most High is not going to have a covenant with that which is strange.
No, he won't.
He's not. It's right in the pages. I'm not making this up. Now, Abraham tried to give it to the other boy because he was the firstborn. No, so,
you are of your father's seed. You what your father is.
No,
you ain't.
No, he ain't. He says, I'm going to establish my covenant with Isaac.
That's right. Sarah's son.
And with him for an everlasting covenant.
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
Can't be broken.
That's right.
So I don't care what nobody tell y'all that bullshit about somebody that's coming in. Don't believe that bullshit. This is the covenant.
We tried to explain this to a young man that asked us, because he knows that he's not Hebrew, but he had a Hebrew mother, I think. And he thought, that there would be hope for his children. How many generations down do you have to go before it's Hebrew again? There are none. Once it's no longer Hebrew, it's no longer Hebrew. It doesn't come back to being Hebrew. You have murdered God's seed.
And look at the latter part of 19. This shit tells you that bullshit over in the New Testament is nothing but bullshit. Finish off 19.
And with his seed after him.
Right there in the pages. I ain't making it up.
The righteous seed of God.
How can somebody else bring somebody else in? You're not the seed. You can only be the seed through the bloodline. That's the only way. That is the only way. No other way by grafting or adopting. That's bullshit. Let's keep on.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold.
And he's only doing this because of Abraham. Other than that, he wouldn't get shit. Keep on.
I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly. 12 princes shall he begat, and I will make him a great nation. All right.
Now
but he ain't mine.
Watch this word right here. See, anytime somebody uses this word right here, it changes everything. They can compliment you and say all the good things that they want about you, but when they use this word here, all that shit up there is
null and void.
Null and void. That shit don't mean nothing. Keep on.
But my covenant.
Right there in the pages. Right there in the pages. You can't change this.
Will I establish with Isaac, which Sarah, your wife, baby, shall bear unto thee at the set time in the next year.
See that?
It's going to be God's way or no way.
It's all about time. It's all about time. Keep on.
And he left off talking with him, and God went up from Abraham. And Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all that were born in his house, and all that were brought with his money, every male among the men of Abraham's house, and circumcised the flesh of their foreskin in the same in the self same day as God had said unto him. And Abraham was 90 years old and 9.
Now think about this right here now. Here we see Ishmael got circumcised too.
Yep.
But he's not a part of the family.
Didn't change anything. Abraham just did what God said.
And the reason that is because he was in Abraham's house.
That's why. Anybody in his house.
But the covenant is not with him. So I don't care all of them out there. Jesus tell that bullshit too about y'all circumcising, all that bullshit. Listen, let me tell you something. You're not part of the covenant. Now let's keep on.
When he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin, and Ishmael his son was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin.
13 years old.
So now y'all know, we already have taught y'all.
Yep.
Ishmael was 14 years old when Isaac was born.
It was.
So she did not pick up, and then Isaac was about 2, maybe 3, because back then we don't know how long they weaned, but maybe 3. So Ishmael was about almost 18 years old when she had another child by Abraham and put that one on her shoulder and went out. They didn't put that big old 18-year-old boy on that woman's shoulder and water and bread. But you don't know how to read the scriptures. In the same day was Abraham circumcised and Ishmael his son. And all the men of his house, born in the house, and brought with money of stranger, were circumcised with him.
All right, okay. Now, let's go back to 18. Now let's pick up with chapter 4, where we left off. Verse 4. Let's start with 5. Let's do 5 now. And
I will fetch a morsel of bread and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on. For therefore are ye come to your servant, and they said, so do, as thou hast said. And Abraham hastened into the tent unto Sarah, and said, make ready quickly 3 morsels of fine meat, kindle, knead it, and make cakes upon the hearth.
Now this is the Most High, and two of his holy ones that are with him. He's walking around on 2 feet, just like everybody else. And I told you guys repeatedly in video, this is a universal look. You got to have a head, arms, legs, torso, feet, toes, all of it there. That's a universal look. So God is not no damn spirit.
Thank you.
And when he came down in the pillar of a cloud and stood at the door of the tabernacle, it was just like a transporter beam. He beamed down from his ship. And by them seeing it, with their knowledge, they couldn't
comprehend it. So they said
comprehend
it was like a cloud.
So they just say that it was something that they knew. And it was a cloud, so it looked like a cloud. So they say in a pillar of a cloud. But he was beaming down from his ship in a transporter beam. It's right. The technology is all back in the Old Testament. It is. And the white man put it right in your face, and these black motherfuckers can't even see it.
Because Jesus is standing in the way.
Then when I say something about, he's looking at ancient alien, I ain't looking no damn ancient alien. I'm showing you technology. Let's keep on.
And Abraham ran unto the herd and fetched a calf tender and good, and gave it unto a young man, and he hastened to dress it. All right, let's go down here to 8. And he took butter and milk and the calf which he had dressed, and set it before him. And he stood by them under the tree, and they did eat.
All right, okay. Now let's keep on. We're going down to 19. Right. Now the Most High just now ate supper with he had a meal with Abraham. They did, all of them. Now how can a spirit eat food and drink fluids? Boy, I tell you, but the New Testament has fucked them up. I mean, and they're so adamant, you can't tell them shit.
And y'all do notice, Hagar ain't nowhere to be found. She better not have been there in the presence of the Almighty God.
Let's go.
And they said unto him, where is Sarah thy wife? And he said, what did they say? Where's Sarah, your first wife? Mm-hmm. Where's Sarah, your wife? Mm-hmm. And he said, behold, in the tent. Mm-hmm. And he said, I will certainly return unto thee according to the time of life. Mm-hmm. And lo, Sarah thy wife shall have a son. Mm-hmm. Hey, check this out. God coming back to see his baby that was born. Mm-hmm. He just like he did when Jesus was born to Mary. He said, I'm gonna go see Jesus.
No, you didn't.
God said, I'm coming back.
So is.
Huh? When that baby's born.
Face the time.
Well, now, who's more important? Mm-hmm. It says, and Sarah heard it in the tent door which was behind him. Mm-hmm. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman. Mm-hmm. Therefore Sarah laughed within her, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure? My Lord being old also.
Let me sit up here and pass it. Let me interject with that. See, the Most High always does those things that are virtually impossible.
That don't play with the mind right.
He does. I mean, he always uses that which a person laughs at. See, she even laughed at the conversation herself. She laughed at it. Mm-hmm. How in the world I'm gonna have a baby? Old as I am, and not only that, shit. My husband, he's old as dirt his own self.
He ain't doing nothing.
I mean, he ain't taught me and when I don't know.
Mm-hmm. She got her baby and she was satisfied. She had Ishmael and she was happy.
I don't remember, and neither does he. Keep on.
And the Lord said unto Abraham, wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of a surety bear a child which am old?
Told you, the Most High knows everything.
Is anything too hard for the Lord?
Ain't nothing too hard for him. Nothing.
At the time appointed I will return unto thee, according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son, and I'm gonna come see it.
That's right. The Most High said I'm coming back. When she had a baby, I'll be back.
That's my baby. She gonna have a baby for me.
I'll be back. Keep on.
Then Sarah denied, saying, I laugh not, for she was afraid. And he said, nah, but thou didst laugh. You did laugh.
Yeah, you laughed.
You laughed at me. And the men rose up from thence and looked towards Sodom. And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way. And the Lord said, listen
now, listen closely. Listen, y'all.
Shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do?
Already pregnant.
Right.
Already.
A 90-year-old woman.
All he got to do is just go in there and perform the act.
That's right.
But everything else is already waiting on him. It's waiting on him.
Waiting on him.
Keep on.
Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him.
Now, my question is different now. Y'all heard the words, right? Y'all heard this, that all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in who? Abraham, right? But now when you get over and read the thing about Jesus over there, when he's born, they say the same thing over there. The same thing, that all the nations going to be blessed and peace be unto all men. That's what they say at his so-called birth. Bunch of bullshit. Keep on.
For 19. I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord. What's that? Abraham didn't want to do it, remember? Sarah told him to. To do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him.
It's going to come to pass. Now, let's go to Genesis chapter 20. We're going to keep on going. Let's keep on going. Genesis chapter 20. We're going to read 1 through 18. Right. But we're going to pause on 14 for a minute. We're going to talk about it. Okay?
Right. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelt between Kadesh and Sarah, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said unto Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah.
And
see what kings can do.
See here now, Sarah, she messed up the first part. Now Abraham gonna fuck up this part.
About to fuck it up.
Yeah, but God always know how to.
God ain't gonna let that happen.
Watch
He ain't gonna let that happen.
Sure.
The seed can flow into anything, but not no anything can just come out the womb of a Hebrew woman.
That's right.
But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night. He will fuck you up with a dream, I'm telling y'all. And said to him, behold, thou art but a dead motherfucker.
I'll kill you.
Touch my woman,
I'll kill you.
Kill your ass.
I will kill you. As the sure as shit stinks, I will kill you.
Your ass.
Let's keep on.
For the woman which thou hast taken, she is a man's wife.
Right in the pages.
Don't touch nobody's wife.
Right
not no
pages.
Hebrew woman.
Right in the pages. Let's keep on.
But Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister. And she herself said, he is my brother. And in the integrity of my heart and intercessory of my hands have I done this. Innocency or something. And God said unto him in a dream, yeah, I know that thou didst this in integrity of thine heart. For I also withheld thee from sinning against me.
I stopped you.
I stopped you from touching Sarah. Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her. So in other words, he was telling God, but I got her fair and square. You know, they both said they was brother and sister. Nobody's a wife. They lied, so I'm good to go. God said, don't you touch her.
God said, I'll stop you. Okay.
Now, therefore, restore the man his wife.
Back to him.
For he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee.
Now, think about this. All along, you don't see Abraham ever been a prophet until his name is changed.
Till his name got changed.
Once his name was changed, now you see prophet.
God say he a prophet.
Prophet jumps up. Right in the pages. Keep on.
And thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die. Thou and all that is thine.
Everything.
Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears, and the men were sore afraid. And Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, what hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee? That thou hast brought on me and my kingdom a great sin. Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done.
Now see, now we have to remember, God has the structure.
God got order, y'all.
That he's going by. God,
y'all out of order. God's not.
God is more or less sort of like building a house. He's building the foundation, And when the house is completed, you know what it's going to be? The 12 tribes.
12 tribes.
Ain't nothing gonna get in the way. Ain't nothing gonna get in the way until the house is built. The foundation is here. Abraham is the foundation. He told me you can be the father of many nations. The foundation's already laid. Now he's building up the walls. After these children, they're gonna be born. Then the walls are coming up. Keep on.
And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? And Abraham said, because I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, indeed, she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father,
mm-hmm.
but not the daughter of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she became my wife.
My wife. See that? Keep on.
And it came to pass when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her,
mm-hmm.
This is thy kindness which thou shalt show unto me. At every place whither we shall come, say of me, he is my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And Abimelech took sheep and oxen
mm-hmm.
and servants and women servants and gave them unto Abraham
mm-hmm.
and restored him Sarah his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And Abimelech said, Behold, my hand is before thee.
Mm-hmm.
Dwell where it pleaseth thee.
Mm-hmm.
And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes unto all that are with thee,
mm-hmm.
and with all other. Thus
mm-hmm.
she was reproved.
All right.
Did you want to say something about them? 14 days?
Yeah, I want to look at 14. It says, and Abimelech took sheep and oxen and manservants and women servants and gave unto him and Abraham and restored Sarah. See here, all this stuff he gave him.
God told Abimelech Abraham was going to bless him. And look what Abimelech started doing.
That don't mean nothing, boy. That don't mean nothing. All this stuff that he gave him, that don't mean nothing. But the Most High put that plague on him, and Abraham, he got to pray for him.
Now check this out. So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his W-I-F-E
mm-hmm.
wife
mm-hmm.
and his maidservants, and they bare children.
See that?
See what it's all about? Abimelech was picking up women from everywhere,
mm-hmm.
trying to get women to
mm-hmm.
have children to keep his legacy going, his lineage alive.
mm-hmm.
But he picked the wrong one.
Lord.
For the Lord, will you something, baby?
No, go ahead. On.
For the Lord had fast closed
mm-hmm.
up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech
mm-hmm.
because of Sarah,
mm-hmm.
Abraham's wife.
Now we show you guys here about the wife. Now we're gonna jump on down now because we got to get into the about these two wives deal. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 20. Deuteronomy chapter 20. Let's go to real quick.
Okay.
Now I want you to read from start with verse 10,
mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna go from there.
When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it.
Now they on the move now. They on the move. They done exited and they done start taking shit. Okay, now let's keep on.
Then proclaim peace unto it,
mm-hmm.
and it shall be.
Mm-hmm.
If it maketh thee answer of peace, and open unto thee, then it shall be. Mm-hmm. That all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee,
mm-hmm.
and they shall serve thee.
Okay.
And if it will make no peace with
mm-hmm.
thee, but will make war against thee,
listen now, y'all listen.
Then thou shalt besiege it.
Okay.
And when the Lord thy God has delivered it into thine hands,
mm-hmm.
thou shalt smite every male thereof with the edge of the sword.
All of me. Now keep on.
But the women
uh-huh.
and the little ones
uh-huh.
and the cattle
uh-huh.
and all that is in the city,
mm-hmm.
even all the spoils thereof,
mm-hmm.
shalt thou take unto thyself,
mm-hmm.
and thou shalt eat the spoils of thine enemies, which the Lord thy God hath given thee.
Let's keep on.
Thus shalt thou do unto all the cities which are very far off from thee,
mm-hmm.
which are not of the cities of these nations,
okay,
but of the cities of these people,
mm-hmm.
which the Lord thy God doeth give thee for an inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt save alive nothing that breathes.
Okay.
But thou shalt shall utterly destroy them, namely the Hittites and the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee, that they teach you not to do after all their abominations,
all right,
which they have done unto their gods. So shall ye sin against the Lord your God.
Okay, all right.
When thou hast besieged a city a long time.
All right, now y'all listen now.
A making war against it, to take it. Thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them. For thou madest eat of them, and thou shalt not cut them down. For the tree of the field is man's life.
Now y'all see what they're doing now, don't you? They are going taking land. They're taking land. They have already exited Egypt, and they're going taking these cities. Okay, now
to employ them in the siege.
Okay.
Only the trees which thou knowest that they be not trees for meat.
Okay.
Thou shalt destroy and cut them down, and thou shalt build bulwarks against the city that maketh war with thee until it be subdued.
Okay, all right, now we're going to 21. Okay. Now we're going to read Deuteronomy chapter 21, and we're going to read from verses 1 down to 17. Now, listen now. They're on the move, right? They're taking cities. All right. They have killed all the men, and they leave the children and stuff, and they told them to cut down certain trees. Okay. Now let's keep on going.
If one be found slain in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess, laying in the field, and it be not known who hath slain him, then thy elders and thy judges shall come forth.
Okay, the elders and the judges. Now y'all listen now. Keep on.
And they shall measure unto the city which are round about him that is slain.
Right.
And it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man,
closest. City that is closest.
Even the elders of the city shall take a heifer which have not been wrought with, and which hath not drawn in the yoke, and the elders of the city shall bring down the heifer unto a rough valley, which is neither eased nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck there in the valley.
Okay, now this is the city that is closest to the slain body. Keep on.
And the priest, sons of Levi, shall come near. Of them the Lord thy God, for them the Lord thy God hath chosen to minister unto him.
Okay, all right.
And to bless in the name of the Lord. And by their word shall every controversy and every stroke be tried.
See that? Only by the priest. You're not going to get anything unless it comes through the priest. Keep on.
And all the elders of the city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over their heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it. Be merciful, O Lord, unto the people Israel, thy people Israel, whom thou hast redeemed, and lay not innocent blood unto thy people of Israel's charge, and the blood shall be forgiven them. So shalt thou put away the guilt of innocent blood from among you.
All right.
When thou shalt do that which is right in the sight of the Lord.
All right, now keep on.
When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and the Lord thy God have delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive.
Y'all going to war. Y'all going to war, and y'all taking these cities. Now keep on.
And seeth among the captives a beautiful woman.
Right in the pages, keep on.
And has a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife.
Keep on.
Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall serve shave her head and pare her nails, and she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thy house, and bewail her father and her mother a full moon, and after that, a full month, and after that thou shalt go in unto her and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife.
See,
and go ahead.
Now they taking women, from these cities. Keep on.
And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will, but thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. Been with her.
Now here's verse 15. Read it.
If a man have two wives, one beloved and the other hated, and they have born him children, both the beloved and the hated. And I'm gonna explain this to y'all when I get done reading it. And if the firstborn son be hers that he hated, then it shall be, when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated, which is indeed the firstborn. God said, I'm gonna fix y'all's asses. God said, y'all want to go out here and have two wives, and you're having sex with both of them, making children with both of them, and the one you hate have the children, and the one that you love have children. I don't care. The firstborn of the one you hate gets it all. And you know what's going to happen? Because you didn't treat her right and you didn't love her, and she got everything you own. Because that son going to take care of his mama. That one that you love won't have a damn thing.
Now, how about that? Now let's keep on going. Now we're going to go
you going against me.
Now let's go to Genesis 20. Let's look at 20. Let's look at 20. Did we do Genesis 24 yet?
I think so.
Okay, let's do Genesis 20. Okay, all right. Now let's.
What verse is in 24? Where you going?
We got it. Now let's go to Deuteronomy 17. Right. Let's back up. Now we're gonna show you guys something here. Deuteronomy 17.
See, God said, I'll fix y'all's asses.
Deuteronomy
and
17.
See, God proved it when he did it. You see, God said it has to go to the firstborn, whether you loved him or not. But check this out. God had two. Huh? Who was their name, baby? Jacob and Esau?
Yeah.
He said, one I hate and one I love. Who was supposed to get that inheritance?
Esau.
The firstborn.
But the Lord changed that.
God changed that thing. See, he fixed y'all's asses. You went out there fucking everything, and everything you saw you wanted, and you wind up hating the one that you made the first child with, and I made you give everything to her. Now the one you love don't have shit. All right, where we gonna start here?
All right, let's start with verse. We in Deuteronomy 17. Let's start with verse 8.
Deuteronomy 21?
No, let's do Deuteronomy 17.
17.
Chapter
17.
Let's start with verse 8 here. Now we're going to show you guys in something how the Most High forbid the king from having two wives.
Sure did.
He did. But David and Solomon did.
David did everything wrong.
But you guys know their demise. Now let's keep on. Let's look at here. Let's start with verse 8.
If there arise a matter too hard for thee to in judgment, between blood and blood, between plead and plead, and between stroke and stroke, be matters of controversy within thy gates, then shalt thou arise and get thee up into the place which the Lord thy God shall choose. And thou shalt come unto the priest and Levite.
See there? The priest, the Levite. Everything has to go before them.
The Levites.
Other than that, you ain't got nothing coming. God is not going to hear you. You have to be a priest or a priestess.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't happening.
I know a lot of people hollering about, I'm praying.
I pray.
You're wasting your time. You waste your time because you praying by the New Testament. And see, the New Testament
you also have to understand this. Just because you are of Levi does not mean you are a priest. There are many Levites. Only the seed of Aaron.
That's right. And his sons.
And his sons are the priests.
That's right.
Not everybody.
Not everybody. Now let's keep on.
And unto the judge that shall be in thee in those days, and inquire, and they shall show thee the sentence of judgment.
All right.
And thou shalt do according to the sentence which they of the place which the Lord shall choose shall show thee, and thou shalt observe to do according to all that they inform thee, according to the sentence of the law which they shall teach thee, and according to the judgment which they shall tell thee, thou shalt do. Thou shalt not decline from the sentence which they shall show thee, to the right hand nor to the left. And the man that will do, what's that? Presumptuously, and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister therefore before the Lord thy God, or unto the judge, even that man shall die, and thou shalt put away the evil from Israel.
All right.
And all the people shall hear and fear, and do no more promiscuously.
Okay, now, all right, now, I had to start down there at 8 to come up to where we are now. I want y'all to listen to these verses coming up. Listen at verse 14.
When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Did y'all hear what it says? Read it again for him.
All right. Let me get down here.
I want y'all to get this.
Listen closely. Because everything's about your land. Y'all trying to do everything.
All these motherfuckers here talking about this bullshit about these wives and this and that, these Muslim wives. Listen to the writing. If you listen to the writing, you can't go wrong. You won't go wrong. But they don't know how to read it because the Most High.
I'm not talking to them.
He's not showing it to them.
He told none of y'all to go out and teach a damn thing.
But they want to do all this bullshit and then have these women as damn slaves and shit. Keep on, read that
when
again.
Thou art come unto the land which the Lord...
Okay. Whatever transpired after this right here, you got to be in the land. You got to be. It's right in the pages. I'm not making it up. Keep on going.
Thy God giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me.
See that? Keep on going.
Like as all the nations that are about me.
Not so. Keep on.
Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
See that? Not y'all. But now look at what they're doing. They're choosing kings back here, trying to choose kings. They're going into the land, but the Most High is in full operation here. He says that I'm going to give you a king. Okay, I'm going to choose your king.
I'm going to choose.
Keep on going.
One from among thy brethren.
Keep on going.
Shall thou set king over thee.
I want to ask him a question before we get down there. Is there any kings now? Is he setting any kings over Israel now?
No.
In the land?
No.
Let's keep on.
Which is not thy brother, but he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he shall multiply horses. For as much as the Lord has said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way.
See now, the Most High is promising you that once you come out of Egypt, you will never go back to them no more. So if anybody is saying that they're Hebrew and they're going back to Egypt, you're not Hebrew. The Most High just said it. You're not going back that way no more.
We had a brother tell us. He said, well, you know, high priest, I went, so I know I'm not Hebrew, but I'm going to still learn because I love the Most High God.
That's right.
I want to learn. And that's how everybody should do. But all these Hebrew Israelites, I'm going to teach and prophesy. I'm going to do this. I'm somebody. And
you ain't shit.
God going to get y'all's ass. We've been warning y'all forever. God going to get some of y'all. He going to get somebody. He said, neither shall he multiply wives to himself.
See that? See that? Now he talking about the king. But now all these fuckers talking about
King David had Solomon had wives. What did God say?
What did he say? In the land.
Neither shall he multiply wives to himself.
See that? That's 17, right?
Yeah. That his heart turn not away. This is what multiple women do to a man.
That's right.
He ain't got no time to think. Yep, in his ears.
Right in the pages. It's all about turning you away from the Most High. All these men talking about they got several wives, they ain't thinking about the Most High. They're not.
You ain't gonna have no peace. You gotta take care of all these women. Then you're making children by them. You gotta take care of all these kids. You don't ever act like there's a happy, peaceful home with all this bullshit. You ain't Hebrew.
Then they get in front of the people that are gullible, that don't know the scriptures, and they call themselves teaching them in these fucking clown suits. And then you looking at the clown suit like,
they must be somebody.
Yeah, and he ain't shit. He or she ain't shit. It's right in the pages. We're not making up anything. I'm only showing you guys. And see, like, we don't care nothing about the dislike shit. I don't like McDonald's shit. And McDonald's still
booming.
Still booming. So, I don't care.
Bother us.
Shit. Keep on, let's go.
Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
See that?
Everybody want to be a millionaire.
See that? And all y'all doing is dumping it in this fucker's pocket. And he's bullshitting you. He's leading you off down these rabbit trails where there is nothing but darkness.
That's all it's gonna be.
Now let's keep on going. Now let's go to 1 Samuel 18. Okay. Now watch it, my brothers and sisters. I'm gonna show you here. 1 Samuel 18. I'm gonna show you about these multiple wives.
All right, we'll start.
Let's start with verse 15.
All right, let me get down here.
Okay. Now, this is when David first get his first wife.
Wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he lost that though. He was afraid of him. But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them. And Saul said to David, behold, my elder daughter Marab or whatever, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thou valiant for me, and fight the Lord's battles. For Saul said, let not mine hand be upon him, but let the hand of the Philistines be upon him.
Yeah, see, he trying to get David, but David ain't worried about no damn Philistines. He ain't. And see, Saul doesn't mean David any good at all. He doesn't. But no, we were now.
18.
Keep on going, keep on.
And David said unto Saul, who am I? And what is my life? Or my father's family in Israel? That I should be son-in-law to the king. But it came to pass at the time when whatever her name is, Saul's daughter should have been given to David, that she was given unto
somebody else,
Adderall, the Moabite to wife. Went too far, sorry y'all.
And Michelle,
Saul's daughter, loved David, and they told Saul, and the thing pleased him. Okay, now we see here. Now we ain't got to keep on going, but you see here how Saul is playing this game. But anyway, we want to show you here that David, this is his wife. Now we also know that David married Bathsheba. Then he married over in
in First Chronicles 3 and 5 there, it shows you that way Saul and Bathsheba had 3 or 4 more kids. But now we know the first one, when he took Uriah's wife, the Most High killed that baby. So did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Most High killed that one, but afterward, in First Chronicles 3 and 5, they had I think it was three or four more babies. But y'all can go over there and read it when you have some time. But anyway, let's go to Second Samuel verse 6. Let's go to 2 Samuel. Now, my brothers and sisters, now y'all watch this right here now.
Chapter what, baby?
Chapter 6.
Okay.
2 Samuel chapter 6. Let's read verses 14 down to 23.
All right.
2 Samuel 6.
And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a linen ephod. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet. And as the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Micah, Saul's daughter, looked through a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord.
All right.
And she despised him in her.
See that? She said in her mind, look at that fool out there dancing in the clothes that's falling all off him and whatnot. That's what she said. But see, I tell people all the time, you got to watch your damn mouth. You got to watch your mouth, because the Most High hears every damn thing that comes out of your mouth.
No, he ain't listening to your prayers as if he's answering you and all that stuff, waiting for you to call. He's listening to all that shit you say.
That little pink thing in your mouth will get your ass in trouble. I mean, big time trouble. Keep on.
And they brought in the ark of the Lord and set it in his place. And in the midst of the tabernacle that David had pitched for it. And David offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before the Lord. And as soon as David had made an end of offering burnt offering and peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord of hosts.
Okay, keep on.
And he dwelt among all the people, even among the whole multitude of Israel, as well to the women as men, and everyone a cake of bread and a good piece of flesh, and a flagon of wine. So all the people departed, everyone to his house. Then David returned to bless his household.
And guess who met him?
Guess who met him? And Michal, whatever her name is, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David with probably her hand on her hip and said, how glorious was the king of Israel today, whom uncovered himself today the eyes of his handmaids,
wrong thing to do,
of his servants.
Most I gonna punish your ass for that.
You don't show your shit.
You gonna get
that belongs to me, motherfucker. You can get punished, and ain't nobody else supposed to see.
You can get punished for that, though.
As one of the vain followers shamelessly uncovereth himself.
She gonna wish she had never said that. The Most I gonna punish her ass.
And David said unto Michal, whatever her name is, it was before the Lord, which chose me before thy father, and before all his house, to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord.
Not you.
Over Israel. Before will I pray before the Lord. And I will yet be more vile than thus, and will be base in mine own sight, and of the maid servants which thou hast spoken of them shall I be had in honor. Therefore Michal the daughter of Saul had no child unto the day of her death.
The Most High shut her
all
ass
about children.
The Most High shut her up where she can even bear children.
You showed my stuff and she told it, but he was praising before the Most High God.
That's right.
They should have closed their eyes and not looked.
God punished her for that. Okay, now what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead on and look at 1 Kings for time's sake. Let's go to 1 Kings. It's chapter 3. Let's do that. 1 Kings chapter 3, and we can read a few verses out of that. 1 Kings chapter 3.
Okay.
I got so much here that we could talk about all day long, but we gonna 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 7.
All right.
Down to 14.
Right.
Let's read.
And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father. And I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people which thou hast chosen.
Now this is Solomon's son here now. This is King David's son. And this is Solomon. Keep on reading.
A great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord, that Solomon had asked this thing.
Keep on.
And God said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither has asked riches of thyself, nor has asked the life of thine enemy, but has asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment.
All right.
Behold, I have done according to thy word. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked.
And see now, Jesus came after Solomon now. And Jesus supposed to be with all this wisdom and shit and all this counseling. What did this just say? It just said nobody came after him.
He's the mighty counselor. No, he ain't.
No, he's not. Solomon is. Keep on.
All right. Well, right quick, I want to tell that there's a young man that came to his high priest and he asked him for something, and he had another situation going on, and he didn't even ask the Most High God to change that.
Didn't.
But your high priest
we went on prayed for him. That's right. Prayed for him.
If the Most High restores that which you are losing,
that's right.
You let this world know what the Father has done for you.
That's right.
You let them know, and you give him a name.
That's right.
You call him the God of the Hebrew Israelites or the Almighty Living God, whatever. You let them know the Most High God did that thing for you. Because you didn't ask for that. You could have asked God for that, but you didn't. You asked him for something else.
That's right.
All right.
Let's keep going.
All right. So where do we stop
13,
at?
wasn't it?
13. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days.
All right. Let's keep on.
Jesus is king. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, there's some ifs in there, and keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days.
Okay, now let's go to 1 Kings. Stay in that book. Let's go to chapter 4. Let's read 29 and 30. I'm watching my brothers and sisters. Now we see here that all this wisdom that the Most High have given Solomon, didn't you? Nobody was wiser than him before, neither after him. That's what it said. Now I want you to look at, let's do 29 and 30. 29. Now I'm going to show you here, when you don't listen to the Most High and you continue going head on, this is what happened to you. Read 29.
And God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceedingly much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore.
Keep on.
And Solomon's wisdom exceeded the wisdom of all the children of the east country, and all the wisdom of Egypt.
Okay, now let's keep on going. Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 11. Now watch about him. Now y'all see how wise he is. Am I right or wrong? I'm right.
But he gonna do something so unwise.
I'm right.
My goodness.
I'm right. And see, the Most High, he's merciful. He is. I mean, he will come to you and try to reason with you, and try to get things right. Solomon got all the wisdom. He's a wise, intelligent man. Read.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I want you to start with verse 1.
But King Solomon loved many strange women.
Right there in the pages, all you motherfuckers hollering about you want all these wives and shit. Look at the pages. All you got, all these wives, you're not thinking about the Most High.
Sure enough.
The Most High is the last thing on your mind. But you put this front on in front of people that are gullible to trick them. Your mind is nowhere near the Most High.
Thank you.
It's right in the pages. Keep on.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh, another nut. Women of Moabites, Amorites, Edom, good grief, Zodaians and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
Right there in the pages.
Neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods.
Now my question is, all these women, these different women's, and we keep on telling you.
You don't know who is who.
Just because they walk upright and got a head and a mouth and they can talk and speak and shit, that don't mean shit.
You only have one. There was only one woman
Don't mean nothing.
To every man. The
Don't
rest
mean
of them, you don't know
nothing.
what you got.
Let's keep on.
Alright. Says, for surely they shall turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon cleaved unto these in love. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. And his wives turned away his heart.
Right there in the pages. And right there in the pages. All I'm talking this bullshit about they love the Most High. And you don't love shit.
Shit, you don't love the Most High God.
You don't love the Most High. You don't even know Him.
You don't even know who He is. You don't even know His word.
You don't even know His word. Let's keep on.
For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods.
Now you see that W-I-V-E-S. It wasn't my wives. Keep on.
And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God.
Now how can y'all say that y'all love the Most High? It's right in the pages. Keep on.
As was the heart of David his father. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get down here. For Solomon went after Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Malacham, the abomination of the Amorites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father. Then did Solomon build an high place for Chemosh, the abomination of Moab, in the hill that is before Jerusalem, and of Molech, the abomination of the children of Anaman.
Okay, keep on.
Hold on, let me get up here.
All right.
Thing is kind of stretched out. And likewise did he for his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrifice unto their gods. And the Lord was angry with Solomon, because his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel, which had appeared unto him twice.
Not one time, twice. Told him, keep on.
And he commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods, but he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statute, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rid the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy son.
Okay, now y'all see what happens. See what happens? There's no way you can love the Most High with all these people in your lives. It's virtually impossible. Now let's keep on going. Let's go to 1 Samuel. On 1 Samuel chapter 1. 1 Samuel chapter 1, and we're going to read 28 verses of that. 1 Samuel chapter 1. Get there, let me know.
What verse you going to start with?
Start with verse 1.
Verse 1. Alright.
Some of these words we can't, pronounce, but let's keep on going.
Alright. Now there was a certain man in Ramathasahasapasa, what is up with him, of Mount Ephraim, and his name was Elkanah, the son of Jehoram, the son of son. All right, and he had 2 wives. The name of one was Hannah.
One was Hannah,
and the name of the other was Peninnah.
Now this is a priest. This is a priest.
Not living in the homeland.
This is a priest now. This is the priest, and his wife is a priestess.
Yep.
Okay. Hannah's a priestess. She's a priestess now. Keep on.
And Peninnah, and all right. And he had 2 wives. The name of one was Hannah, and the other was Peninnah. And Peninnah had children.
See that?
The one he didn't love.
See that? Now, the reason why he had 2 wives, I mean, this self-explanatory. Hannah couldn't have him.
Hannah was barren.
And Peninnah could.
Peninnah could.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. But then when you got these assholes that would get out there and try to use this right here to have 3 and 4 wives.
Paying the bills.
And even in this country, they tell these damn fools,
1 wife, stupid ass.
You can't have no 2 wives, even over here in Egypt. But in these little clubs and these little bullshit organizations,
cliques,
they teach people.
I love it.
That are gullible.
My girlfriend calls them alphabet soup camps.
That's what they are.
Well, they're not really alphabet soup camps. At least the can of alphabets have letters. These dumbasses.
Let's keep on.
And this man went out of his city yearly to worship and sacrifice unto the Lord of hosts in Shiloh.
Yearly. And
he go every year.
And he loved Hannah.
Figure out why he went.
He loved Hannah. Keep on.
And the 2 sons of Eli, Hophran and Pinnerus,
these are
the priests of the Lord, were there. Okay, let me get down here. I gotta pull this up. And when the time was that Elkanah offered, he gave to Peninnah his wife, and to all her sons and her daughters, he gave them portions.
See that? Portion.
But unto Hannah he gave a worthy portion.
See that?
Right in front of Hannah and all them cheering.
That's right.
Now you think she was sitting there smiling and grinning?
No, she wasn't.
For he loved Hannah. But the Lord had shut up her womb.
Right in the pages. That's why he had 2 wives. Because the other one
couldn't bear.
Was just something. Y'all take the kids out for a minute, okay? Now we ready. The other one that had the kids, she was just a fucking machine.
That's all.
And
he makes it very clear. That's all he had about her.
He loved Hannah. But she couldn't have no children.
And even though she couldn't have children, he never put the one above her.
Sure didn't.
You think that was a happy home? That man was up there every year trying to get shit straight.
And what it's all about in Israel is keeping the land, keeping the seed alive.
That's right.
Keeping it alive. That's all she was
somebody lay around
with it and then keep his name alive.
That's all.
Keep on.
And her adversary also provoked her sore, for to make her fret, because the Lord had shut up her womb. Can you imagine how effed up this man's world was?
Yeah.
With them 2 women bickering all the time.
That's right.
Then the fucking kids saying shit to her all the time.
Yeah.
Then he got to lay down with Hannah, and Hannah's complaining in his ear night after night after night after night because of them sons of fuckers messing up her life. Y'all think that's a good thing?
No, it ain't. Keep on.
And as he did so year by year, when she went up to the house of the Lord. The other bitch didn't go, huh?
No, she ain't go.
Babies.
No, she ain't go.
So she provoked her. And she's at God's door. And this bitch is still fucking with her. Therefore she wept and did not eat. Then said Elkanah her husband to her, Hannah, Why weepest thou? And why eatest thou not? Here he is. This woman's here with her babies and her kids, and they probably slopping and hogging down everything, and he only concerned about Hannah right in front of her. And why is thou heart grieved? Listen, right in front of this bitch. Am not I better to thee than 10 sons?
Right in the pages. The pages.
So Hannah rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh, and after they had drank. Now Eli, the priest, sat upon the seat by a post of the temple of the Lord. And she was in bitterness of soul, and prayed unto the Lord and wept sore. Why was she praying? Because she was a priestess.
That's right.
And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts,
that's right,
if thou would indeed look on the afflictions of thine handmaid, and remember me, and not forget thine handmaid, but would give unto thine handmaid what? A man child.
That's right.
Then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head.
Keep on.
And it came to pass, as she continued praying before the Lord, that Eli mocked her mouth. Trying to figure, what is she saying? What he's trying to figure out, what are you saying? Now Hannah, she spoke in her heart. See, she was mumbling. He couldn't make it out because she was crying. She was, but she was praying to the Lord.
He thought she was drunk, but and no, she was not speaking in tongues. Keep on.
Only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard.
Thank you.
Therefore Eli thought she had been a drinking. And Eli said unto her, how long wilt thou be drunk? But put away thy wine from thee. And Hannah answered and said, no, my Lord, I am not. I am a woman of sorrowful spirit. I have drank neither wine nor strong drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. Count not thine handmaid for a daughter of Bela, for out of the abundance of my complaint and grief I have spoken hitherto.
Now check out Eli. He's the high priest. Check him out.
Then Eli answered and said, go in peace, and the God of Isaac and the God of Israel grant thee thy petition that thou hast asked of him.
Now I want you guys,
what the priest can do.
I want you guys to go ahead on and continue reading this, okay? Y'all read on down to verse 28. Now we gonna, for time's sake.
Yeah, we'll tell you what the watchman's doing next. Gonna take us someplace else. When the priest breast Hannah, do you know that other woman might as well had a drop dead because she was gonna give him a man child by her husband from the Lord. The other woman wouldn't have mattered to nothing.
Now let me show you guys here in Leviticus chapter 21. Let's look at verses. Let's look at verses.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Hold on a minute.
We got it here, verse 9.
Let's start at verse 9. Leviticus 21.
Now watch my brothers and sisters. We're gonna show you about these wives. Now we saw that Hannah's husband was a priest, and he had 2 wives. Yep. Okay, but now let's go back, because we have explained to you guys the reason why he had 2 wives. One was barren, and the other one could bear children. Now let's go.
And the daughter of any priest, verse 9, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profane her father. She shall be burnt with fire.
Okay, all right.
And he that is high priest, the high priest among his brethren, upon whose head the anointing oil was poured, and that is consecrated to put on the garment, shall not uncover his head, nor rend his clothes. Let me get on down here, son.
Okay, let's keep on.
Hold on, I'm getting there. This thing wants to. Why this thing on there? We so poor we can't buy new computers, but I'm trying to do the best I can with this one.
Pay close attention now, y'all.
Neither shall he go into any dead body, nor defile himself for his father or for his mother. Neither shall he go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary of his God. For the crown of the anointing oil of his God is upon him. I am the Lord. And he shall take a wife to her virginity, a widow, or a divorced woman, or profane, or an harlot. These shall he not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife.
See that?
One that has never worshipped any other God but the Most High God of Israel.
Now let's read verse 15.
Neither shall he profane his seed among the people.
Okay, now I want you to ask your children to go out the room again.
Out the room, kiddies.
Okay, because I need to explain this. Look what he says here. Read that again.
All right. What you want? 15.
15.
Neither shall he profane his seed among his people.
Explain it to him.
Don't put your dick in every damn body you meet, because God said your seed is only supposed to go in your wife.
See that? Don't go off fucking a sister. Don't find
out another one.
Don't go off here, just having sex with everybody in the community that is of the priesthood.
You are holy.
Get one.
You get a wife
and be with her. Now let's keep on. Now let's do 16.
For I, the Lord, do sanctify him. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron, saying, Whosoever he be of thy seed in their generation that hath any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his God.
Now y'all see this right here? He's talking about the priest here. See, you can't go out here and have all these women. Now, if your priest can't do it, what makes you think that you can do it?
That you can do it.
I'm Hebrew. No, you can't. No, you can't. You cannot be the child of the Most High and then going out here talking about...
Yeah, they had many wives. All those that sinned against the Most High God.
Every one of them that had all these women, and these were one that was in authority. Now, if one's in authority fucked up, what do you think about the common Joe? What are you? The Most High don't even care about you. He cares about the one that's in authority more than he cares about you, because the one that is in authority
is over you.
He's over you, and he put to lead by example. Right in the pages. But like I say, we know that a lot of them gonna get mad because they want to hop around, hopscotch around, all around, in different places with different women and stuff. Yeah.
But go ahead, because you ain't the Most High's.
Definitely ain't.
You're not the Most High's.
So my sisters and brothers, we hear a lot of meaning. We thank you guys, and we wish that this had been a very, very informative teaching about these multiple wives. So my brothers and sisters, until our next midweek teaching.
But you sisters, first of all, before we go, I want to say this to you. Some of our women have been beat down so bad by these men, because the way the wording is in the Holy Word, it takes God to reveal that to you, to teach it. And they make it be taught as if women don't matter and women aren't anything and they're nothing and they're just for men, made for men. I'm hoping through our teaching, some of you women are waking up and understanding your position, how powerful you are, and the role you play in your husband's life.
And if you think that you're a Hebrew woman and you're tied up in some bullshit like that,
get out.
You got to get out of that shit.
You don't want the wrath of God
to come down
because He's coming down on those households.
And you got to show
before
them
Elijah come.
You got to show them these scriptures that they're teaching you wrong.
They're wrong.
So, my sisters and brothers, as again, we thank you guys for allowing us to come into your homes to share the word of the Most High with you guys. And we thank you guys, and as we said earlier, all the prayer requests have already been before the Most High.
I do have some that people have sent today after we got off, but we had to make the video, so I didn't get to you, but you will be prayed for the next day.
Okay? Now, until I will maybe teaching my brothers and sisters, shalom.
Shalom.